Roll the corn. We know the truth now. Peace to my beautiful people from this beautiful land. I love you, and I'm in love with you. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Put where you're from and put the corn in the chat. Put where you're from and put the corn in the chat. We know the truth now. Flower Goddess, love you and I'm in love with you. Rudy Ray, what up? Now I'm finna get deep. Finna get deep now. Kansas City, DJ Bob, what up? Look, Law, what up? Chicago, Robbie Rush, what up, brother? Hit the like button, hit the share button, do that for me. The Real Indian t-shirts, taking orders for them right now. Do we know the truth now? The Real Indian t-shirts, taking orders for them right now. Hit me in my DM and I'll holler at you when I get off the live. Soundwave, what up? And if you on YouTube, y'all come to TikTok and DM me for the shirts. Y'all come to TikTok and hit me on the DM. Yep, it's him. Roll the feathers. Atara. We know the truth now. Duke Macon, what up? Respect my kicks. Dundada Steel, what up? I see you. Hit the like button, hit the share button, man. Put where you're from, put the corn in the chat. Love you and I'm in love with you. I love you and I'm in love with you. Roll the corn. We know the truth now. Now, today, let me shrink this down a little bit. I'm all over the screen. Roll the corn. All right, today, I'm going to go through some newspaper clippings from mounds all over the world, right? Because it's not, what we have to understand is, just because you see mounds in other areas of the world, that is showing a timeline and a story of a people. And the history is coming out of the mounds all over the world. It's not just here, it's all over the world. See, when you just study here, you missing the whole story, the greatest story ever told of your people. Then you study the time frame of the mounds all over the world, and you start to see what happens with these teachings in different parts of the world, right? So I'm gonna show y'all some stuff today don't nobody never talk about. You know, don't nobody never talk about this stuff because they don't even study this stuff. They just study, you know, things that just happened a couple hundred years ago. But to understand our real origin and real story, you must understand the building process of our ancestors. You must understand what they became, what they believed in. When did some of our people separate and mix with other people and became other things that we teach, that we call ourselves? Why do we call ourselves Israelites and Canaanites and we got to understand why that stuff. See, these other cultures know our history, so they understand where this stuff come from, right? But we must know our own history a little deeper because we're not understanding what happened as we traveled the world and built monuments and mounds all over the world. We must understand when we see something, no matter where it's at, it's our culture. Stop looking at the land and look at the culture first, right? We know that culture comes from here because it's an agriculture. This is the agriculture land. So when you see agriculture things in Japan, in Africa, in the Middle East, you must know that them our people. Then it started to change around and become other things as they intermingle with other people. L-I-N-Y, what's up, fam? So as we learn, we got to learn from the ancient mounds all the way up into the newer mounds, all the way up into stone structures, right? And let me show y'all something. Roll the coin. Let's go here. Let's go right here. This is a newspaper from the early 1900s talking about the 3 enlarged photograph of Adam and Eve sealed from ancient Tepe, right? A sealed, Adam and Eve seal from ancient Tepe, an ancient mound, right? Here goes the artifact right here with a snake and 2 people, but you got a snake right here. See that? Coming out of mound. Now, why is this significant to our history, Truth? Because that snake don't just stand for a snake, people. I'm going to show y'all what it stands for. Now, why is a snake over the top of 2 naked individuals that's supposed to be Adam and Eve? See, this artifact goes with that land. You see that? Start putting the artifact with the land it come from. Then you can decipher it, right? This don't come from America. This come from over there, Middle East. Now, why in the Middle East we got a snake telling motherfuckers to get their ass out of there? See the snake over their head? Scaring them out of there? See, you got to understand what your ancestors were telling you. Let's keep going. What they telling you? Now, they found some old dice in the mound also, but we're going to talk about that another time. They found some old dice in the mound, just like the dice they found in Louisiana in Poverty Point. But that's another thing. Let's keep going. Roll the coin. Now, Tepe Gara, by the native Arabs, means mighty mound. And it is only 20 miles from the later and greater city of Nineveh, the once powerful capital of Assyria, in the ruins of the royal libraries of Nineveh. Now, the royal libraries of Nineveh. Didn't I show y'all the Nineveh corn tablets? Do anybody remember what I told y'all about the Nineveh corn tablets? So people who was some type of god were teaching people how to roll corn, and he had libraries with tablets written about the deluge story. Now, let's go back and look at that tablet if I can find it. If I can't find it, I ain't going to worry about it right now. But I think I had it up the other day, if I'm not mistaken. I think I had the Nineveh corn. Here we go right here. Now, Nineveh corn tablet. See that? Now it's saying they are teaching some other type of people how to grow corn. Now look at the bottom. Right? Maize plants. They're teaching a primitive people how to grow corn. These are the teachers. These are the primitive people. The teacher, primitive people in the field. The teachers are teaching the primitive people of that area agriculture. That's exactly what's going on right here. Do you get what I'm trying to show you? Now, these are 2 different type of people. He come from somewhere else. He's teaching the people that's already there that are primitive to him knowledge of building, agriculture, morals, how to live in nature, balance and harmony. He is divine. They are trying to become divine. He not no alien. He come from a divine land where his ancestors taught him how to be divine. Now, why is corn coming with the divine people? That's when you get the knowledge. That's when the knowledge starts to stick. He come from over here, and he's a god to these primitive people on a new land. Because his real culture, while they lying to you about alien shit, his culture said they came on reed boats to a new land and start growing crops. Some type of Noah's Ark story 2,500 years before the Bible. Then you start to understand it. We came over there a long time ago with this knowledge and taught these people how to be self-sufficient. Let's keep going. Let's go back to the receipt. Now, in a mound in Nineveh, where the corn tablets come from, they had libraries of our records. Libraries at Nineveh. That is perhaps Noah and the ark can be found depicted in prehistoric seals. Tepe Gara. Now, that's not a biblical story. It became a biblical story. Do you understand it now? The Noah story is 2,700 years older than the Bible. Who brought that story? Who they talking about? See, that's where people don't know the deep history, just discredit the book, the Bible, because they don't know where the stories come from. They just think a white man made them up and gave them to you. I don't respect that because you're not doing enough research on your history. You just can't say, forget the whole book. No, it's some truth in that book. But it's prehistoric knowledge, not biblical knowledge. Prehistoric. Now, libraries in Nineveh, we got corn tablets, we got some type of god come on the water and teach them what the hell they know over there. That is our bloodline. Our bloodline. Teaching their bloodline how to be divine. Now let's go back to this. Let's go back to this. Two naked, primitive people, then a snake over their head, coming out of a mound close to Nineveh. What does this represent, Truth? I ain't gonna tell you out of my mouth. I'm gonna let the internet tell you. I'm gonna let the damn internet tell you. Right? Roll the coin, because now, the bowed, sorrowful posture of the figures thought to represent the grief of humanity, facing harsh and natural elements, flooding or agricultural hardship. Agricultural hardship. These motherfuckers right here. The snake people don't have agricultural hardship. They do. Let's keep going. Now, Sumerian and Mesopotamian mythology, snake, fertility, rebirth, underworld deities, right? Now watch this. Watch this. Tepe Gara, the mound, serpent seal, right? Serpent people. And those who do not know the knowledge. Captures a common theme in ancient Mesopotamian mythology. The struggle for hidden knowledge between humans and divine beings. Oh, now we getting deep. Now we getting deep, truth. Now we getting deep. Now, why in the hell is the Sumerian divine, and then you got these humans that do not know their knowledge? It's two different people. One is advanced, one is primitive. The advanced culture of the Tepe Gora mound builders. Let me show you again, because people don't believe shit stink. Roll the coin. Of the mound builders. Hold on. Tepe Gora. Right there. Mighty Mound. Arabs talked about it. Nineveh coin tablet. Libraries. Delude story. Noah's Ark. Now we get it. You hunter-gatherers. I might be the first nigga in history to break this code. Now, that is our people from a ancient land that has way more knowledge than the people they pulled up on, building libraries on their land, rolling corn in Nineveh, and we come with the story of the ark. Because we got on a boat and left our old land. Some of us did. So the story and all of it comes together with the people. Then, after we get there, we start to show these people divine knowledge, my baby. We start to show them divine knowledge as we teach them how to farm. Read the bottom, screenshot that. Let's keep going. Roll the coin. Adam and Eve artifact. This is when their history start, people. Do you get it now? This is when those people in the Middle East and Africa and Europe history starts. That's why they wrote the Bible with the Adam and Eve story coming first. Because this is when they first came across the divine people. Fire. Now you get it. Now, you understand now? Their story starts when they meet us. Because they knew nothing about their knowledge. They knew nothing about morals. They knew nothing about thou shalt not kill and destroy. They knew nothing about thou shalt not covet another man's wife. They don't know nothing about that. They have no morals. So they sit back with their goddamn tablet and write down morals in agriculture and what these great people done. Put themselves in the story as Adam and Eve and give it back to you. Plagiarized up. Yeah, we get it now. Okay. Roll the coin. Roll the coin. See, I'm going back in history, way back. Now let me show y'all something else. Because I want y'all to understand something else. Where is these receipts? Hold on. Where are these receipts at? Okay, let me see. Might be right there. Let me see. War of God. Okay, we ain't gonna go that far. Hold on, let's go here. Okay. Roll the coin. Let's start right here. Put the coin in the chat. Put the coin in the chat. Let's start right there. Let me teach y'all something. Ottawa mounds, Atula mounds. Atula Mounds, directly surrounding the Elite Plaza, was engineered in a 520-foot wide corridor to control access of the Chiefs platform. Why is 520 significant? Put it in the chat if you know the truth. Why is 520 feet significant in our history? When you build something of that measurement, what are you using? Royally, the royal cubit. There y'all go. There y'all go. There we go. Yeah, I love this shit. Yeah, we learning now. They can't stop this shit now. They can't stop the truth now. It's over for them. Roll. This is elite. This is elite knowledge. This is divine knowledge. This is so ancient. Ain't a hunter-gatherer ever had, you can't even acknowledge this. This our culture. Once you see this 520 feet, that's your culture. I don't give a damn where it's at. It could be on the moon. If you see something built with a 520-foot side or 520-foot height, niggas built it. I don't care if it's a cathedral, a mound, a temple, or whatever. When you see 520, your ancestor built it. I don't give a damn if 50 white men live in there. It don't matter. Your people built it. Now, Ottawa Mounds, 520, right? Roll the coin. Poverty Point, Louisiana. What we looking at, Truth? Bird Mound, 520. I'm gonna let y'all think about this for a second. I'm gonna let y'all think about this for a second. Because people ain't even thinking. People ain't thinking. People just want to compete. I know more than the next man. I know more than... Nah, I ain't about that, bro. Go on with that old negative shit, bro. Take that negative shit over there, bro. I know more than the next man. Fuck all that, bro. Nah. All of us need to know this. It ain't about what the next man know and don't know. It's about what the general mass of people knows. That's the only thing gonna save our ass. One nigga knowing all the knowledge ain't worth a damn. Everybody needs to know this. It's not our knowledge, it's our divine ancestors' knowledge. So competing against a nigga around the corner, that shit ain't worth a damn, the truth. I need all y'all to know this. I need y'all to know more than me. I want you to know more than me. That's why I'm different. I teach this stuff for you to know more than me. Because in the future, somebody gonna be better than me. And teach it better than me. And we learn better. I did my motherfucking job. And I ain't mad at that. Now, Poverty Point, 520. Ottawa Mounds, 520. There you go right there. Now, why in the hell is mounds of dirt aligned with the royal cubit? Then I showed y'all in the newspapers the mound builder buried with the copper rod. A royal cubit. You just think you just a regular nigga? Boy, your ancestors the damn truth. Let's keep going. Poverty Point, Ottawa, the Kofun mounds in Japan. What they looking like, Truth? 524. Yeah, that's ancient knowledge right there. Yeah, it's a connection. Yeah, it's a royal cubit. It's some people moving around the world got some knowledge, some divine knowledge everybody ain't got. Yeah, China trying to claim this shit, but you can't claim it. Japan. You know why Japan? Because our ancient ancestors put that shit over there. Y'all trying to act like some type of Han dynasty built it. Fuck the Han dynasty. They ain't got no divine knowledge. They go back that far. Them our people. So what they do is they throw these new emperors and new fucking civilizations and say, oh, we're gonna bury the Han in there and say the Han built it. We're gonna put the Chinese people in the wall of China and say the Chinese people built it. Nah, I ain't gonna let y'all do that. The timeline off. Thousands of years, hunter-gatherers. Your timeline is off thousands of years. You can't just claim it like that. Ain't no Han, ain't no Q Han around when the Kofun mounds were built, you hunter-gatherer. Y'all wasn't divine then. You didn't make that with that royal cubit building. Is you crazy? Who you think you talking to? These new niggas? Nah. You talking to the truth now. It's some stuff you got to know. Let's keep going. Han. 520 feet translates to 300 Egyptian royal cubits. 104 by 52, like I taught you. Same thing in Egypt. If you sit on that royal cubit alignment, that's our shit. Let's keep going. You think of it? The temple. What is it, Truth? Way over there in fucking China somewhere. 520. There you go right there. India. Yeah, India. Come on over here, India. Bring that ass here, India. Bring that ass here. Melanated Americans built that shit first. Because Truth now know the royal cubit. See, y'all can talk all the shit you want. I know who. Big contractors built pyramids, period. We masters. No caterpillars, it was just a bunch of niggas. A lot of great thinkers and a lot of great inventors, man. Y'all better listen to Rick Ross when he say that shit. No caterpillars, it was just a bunch of niggas. A lot of great thinkers and a lot of great inventors. That's the hardest bar I ever heard. He ain't lying. He ain't lying. We're no caterpillars. We built that stone 520 feet with a royal cubit. And if your cubit was fucked up, you getting fired. They check your cubit every week and make sure it's the right length. If it ain't, you done broke it or chipped it, you fired, nigga. You fucking up greatness. I'm just telling y'all history. Get your ass out of here. You fucking up. You got drunk last night and broke your cubit, get out of here. You gonna make the whole pyramid fall. Let's keep going. I'm just telling y'all the truth. Now, El Hara, 520, Stonehenge of Levant. The Stonehenge of Levant. Where the hell is Levant, people? Where's Levant? Huh? Where is Levant? That is the Holy Land, people. The first Canaanites. The first so-called Israelites. Where they was at? Levant. 520 out there, just like the mound in the middle of Georgia, just like the mound in Louisiana. Why is it the same? Who is going around the world with this knowledge? Tamari people are going around the world with this knowledge because the oldest 520 is over here. You get it now? That 520, the royal cubit, was created over here. And if you think it wasn't here, I got better receipts than what I'm showing you. And I'm finna show you them. Let's keep going. Roll the coin. We the builders. Let's go here. The temple of 1,000,000 Buddhas. How many feet it was, Truth? How many feet it was? 520 on each side, the temple of 1,000,000 Buddhas. Okay, Truth, you're reaching. You're reaching, Truth. How I'm reaching and it's in a mound, nigga. You're reaching. I'm reaching, huh? It's in a mound. with 520. Mound built by lava bricks, 520. Temple of a Million Buddhas. Okay. That's why you find ancient Buddha on shells found in mounds on the Mississippi River. That's where they got this shit from. It's just different parts of our ancient culture that became religions in other people's country. That's all what happened, people. Let's keep going. Now let's show you the royal cubit. Let's show them the royal cubit. Right? The receipt gonna tell you, coming out the mounds. Let me find it. Let me find it. Watch this. Roll the coin. It says on this receipt that the mound builder had two royal cubits under his head when they dug him out the mound. He had two royal cubits coming behind his skull. Two copper royal cubits. I got the receipt out the newspaper. Let me start from the top. Let's go back to the top. Let's go back to the top. Roll the coin. Now that I gave y'all the background on what I'm about to show y'all, let's go back to the top. Let's go back to the top. Now, the bronze in Peru, same bronze as in Thebes, Egypt. The bronze found in Peru, same bronze in Thebes. The pig's head on the pottery of the mound builder have their counterpart at the head of the same animal terracotta vases found, right, in these other places. The owl's head is found in Missouri, is also found in Troy. Interesting, right? Records of earth and metal, ancestors of the historic Indians, right, in the mounds. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Now, the direction of the field was taken who dwelled deeper into the mounds of Armageddon through many centuries until he got to Stratum, right? When another bit of physical biblical evidence was found in the remains of the great house belonging to some mighty dignitary of past ages. The mound of Armageddon. That's what we're looking at. The mound of Armageddon. Now, all of these places I'm showing y'all are derivatives of 520 feet. While all the holy structures in the mounds, all the same as the royal cubit stacked up, the builder knew about that royal cubit building. So this is a bloodline, people, that is passing this building style down to their descendants. And the oldest ones I find is in America. Let's keep going. Now this is biblical. Armageddon, Mountain of Megiddo, the term used in the Bible to signify the great war of God. The war will take place in the valley of Esdraelon, the battlefield, times of ancient Israel. Here fought Barak and Gideon. Here Saul died and here Josiah died. Now, do what they saying in the book. But the Mound of Armageddon, people, look at that. It sit on top of a mound. As you can see, it's on top of a mound, right? That's all I really want y'all to see right there. It's on top of a mound. Now, when you start to understand history, you start to understand that the people on that mountain who built that mound are people of nature. Religious people don't build mounds. Christians don't build mounds. So why is that the Mound of Armageddon? Somebody got into it right there, people. Somebody got into it right there. Some type of fight went on. Let's look around a little bit. The Mount of Armageddon, right? It's in the book of Revelation as the location of the final battle between forces of good and evil. The final battle of forces between good and evil. Now, I told you they demonized your people, right? Your people was living on that mound. And here come the so-called good religious people to eradicate them off of that mound. Let's keep going. The clash, people. Struggle took place in Tel Megiddo Hill. They gave us the word Armageddon. A struggle frequently took place there. Right? Watch this. Conflict between ancient Israelites who follow Yahweh and surrounding indigenous nation worship in Canaanite societies. Some type of God teaching monotheism, people, took on nature's Canaanite society. This is why we not Israelites. See, you starting to get it now. This is why we not Israelites. Because we were nature's people first. Israelites is one of the first religions. You can call the nigga God, Yahweh, Yahshua, it don't matter. It's still a God. It's still a religion at the end of the day. You stop it, go play with somebody else. Now, what makes this messed up is them Israelites got our blood because we mixed with them. That's what make this history fucked up. Put the corn in the chat. Give me some water. Corn in the chat. Put the corn in the chat. Now, it's not a total them against us. It's a mixture of our people with their people, but our original people stayed Canaanite, right? Our original people stayed Canaanite. But we started to mix a little bit. Then you get these Israelites with the Yahweh or one God teaching. God rules the universe. And Canaanite is saying nature rules the universe. Now it's a clash, people. Now it's a problem. It's a problem on the land. Now it's a problem on the land on top of the nature's people's mound. Do you get it? On top of this, the mound the nature people built. The mound of Armageddon. The mound of Megiddo. You get it? The clash happened at the mound of Megiddo. So these people who we mix with started to come back later on in time fucking with us. We got one God. Y'all trying to be self-sufficient in nature. God gave y'all it. We saying nature and our ancestral knowledge gave us this. Not God. That's what our people said. But they clashing. Same way they clash with you today. It's the same. This is when it started. This is when it started to clash nature and God. Let's keep going. Now let's go back and we're going to find out Canaanite societies. Because you must understand. Let's keep going. Now, during the Bronze Age, Israelites worship Yahweh. Non-nature-based God. In contrast, the nature's people, the Canaanites and the Phoenician Sidonian, practiced fertility-based polytheism, deeply intertwined with the forces of nature, resolving around God and goddesses of rain, storm, agriculture, and the seasons. Baal is the god of the seasons, agriculture, rain, nature. That's why they teach you Baal is evil, nigga. Don't you get it? Baal is the devil. The Baal worshiper pagan. Shut your hunter-gatherer ass up. Baal believed in nature. So therefore, Baal didn't believe in killing and unaliving people and killing and unaliving animals. Christians killing unalive animals and people. Christians had an old army for killing motherfuckers under the name of the cross. Baal didn't never do that. They taught you in reverse. So you would never know. Your agriculture people, now they Baal people, now they evil. Let them tell the story. Starting to get it now? It's all backwards. Now, nature's people, I told y'all the Phoenicians are from Mississippi. I told y'all the Phoenicians are Sidonians from the Mississippi Delta. The Canaanites are the Phoenicians. The Phoenicians said we are sons of Canaan from Sidon. Sidon is in the Mississippi Delta. I'm telling y'all what I know. So that is our culture that the Yahweh Israelite is fighting. Don't you get it now? The shit deep now. Stick with me. Stick with me. Let's keep going. Armageddon come from a Hebrew phrase, Har Megiddo, meaning the Mount of Megiddo. Man-made mound located in Israel that has over 20 distinct layers of ancient. Now we get into the truth. Our people built Israel. That's what I keep trying to tell these people that don't know no damn better. Instead of trying to argue with me, we built Israel before hunter-gatherers even understood what Israel was. We had already built it. It sits on a goddamn mound. The mound of spring. For sowing a seed for agriculture. This is a whole nother culture from that land. It just landed there. It's not from there. We brought it there. You got to understand layers and layers and layers and layers and layers and layers of history to get to the truth. Not just one little part you can teach, you just teach it. You got to break it down. It's 50 layers to this thing. Not just I'm an Israelite from Israel. No, you're not. Because if you from Tamari, your bloodline go back to Canaanites. Wait for it, going back to Israelites, nigga. Because the original bloodline of Tamari goes into being a Canaanite. That's the Phoenician. The nigga on the ship bringing knowledge and trees and building ships and buildings. That's a Canaanite. Ain't no Israelite. Israelite were fighting Canaanites over time. Let's keep going. So while you on the corner talking about God is going to strike y'all down for drinking beer, and shut your ass up, Israelite. Little do you know, you going against the original people you talking to walking by your ass. You going against your own original bloodline because you don't know no better. That's why I be fucking with them. I be on, what's Jerusalem? We don't know about Jerusalem. We know about Jerusalem. Where Jerusalem at? Israelite, I'll be out my car like this. Every time I see him on the street. Where's Jerusalem at? Y'all know about Jerusalem? We never heard of Jerusalem. We know Jerusalem. Because y'all don't know nothing. Y'all know what that book told y'all. That book ain't giving you the whole story. These people are really telling you to hate your own original bloodline. They really telling you to hate your own original bloodline. Because your mama and them and great-grandmama and them from over here, they got Canaanite blood. Mound builder Canaanite, yeah. First people who created the Paleo-Hebrew language. Yeah. That's what you understand. You took it as a religious teaching, but it ain't religious. It's nature-based. Let's keep going. Now, them first people built that mound of Israel. That tail, that mound. Our people. We the mound builders, not them. We the temple builders on the mound, not them. Everybody ain't built no temple and mound. Same way the mound in Georgia, Mississippi, and Alabama got a temple on top. Same way the mound in Israel got a temple on top. Same shit. Don't you ever separate it again. That land in Moundville, Alabama is just as holy as Israel. Because the same bloodline built it. Poverty Point just as holy as Israel. Louisiana. Winterville Mounds in Mississippi just as holy as Israel. Might be holier because it's older. Because the same people built it. Now what it became after we built it, that ain't out there. We can't control that. We can't control what they called it or when it turned biblical or whatever after they fought us and pushed us out. We can't control that. So that's not the knowledge we need to know. We need to know that we built it. The holy people were connected to nature first. The second holy people are connected to religion. So we must go back to the first holiness, nature. The first spirituality comes from nature. Let's keep going. Roll the coin. Let's keep looking a little bit. Canaanite and Israelites differ, right? Fertility and water. Mother goddess is Canaanite. Mother goddess is Canaanite, people. Then you get Israelites. View nature as a creation subject to a single moral sovereign God, Yahweh. You get it now? This was pure. Canaanite was pure to the mother goddess. When you go to gods of fertility, they're talking about mother goddesses. Now you got Yahweh, sovereign God. The nigga just like Jesus. Just because you saying Yahweh, it don't mean nothing to truth now. You still speaking on one God over nature. Ain't no one God over nature. Ain't no one God over everything. That is craziness. This is when it switches. That's why Yahweh is so similar to Jesus. Israelites teaching Jesus come from Yahweh. And the truth now don't give a damn. Because either way, it ain't the original teaching. You get it from these Canaanite people, then you switch it over to one God. Then you monetize it and rule people with it. I know this Moorish game. Y'all don't think I see these Moorish games played by people? Freemason games, I see it all. I just don't say nothing. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Now, the myth mirrored the agricultural cycle. Baal is the agricultural cycle, people. Agriculture. Baal's battle against Mot, the god of drought. Baal is going against drought. Baal know if drought come, my people gonna starve. We ain't talking about going to hurt nobody. We're not talking about going to hurt. They talking about we going against, we got to irrigate this land because Mot is drought. That's nature teaching. That ain't hurt nobody. They get no water to the crops. Who they gonna hurt? They ain't gonna do no but help. That's help. That's not hurt. What did it say? Baal killed 1,000 people and threw them off the... It don't say that. It just say he against drought. The yearly dying of the earth and the return of the spring. Baal is the yearly dying of the earth and the return. It's the same thing as Ma'at. It's the same thing as Osiris. Osiris resurrects in the spring. It's the same thing as the green man on Tartarian buildings. Resurrect to the return of the spring. That is nature's teaching. Vegetation grows in the spring. What's so bad about that? It's the same thing as the Egyptians. It's the same culture, and I'm finna show you. Right? Yahweh was not in nature. He stood above it. You a damn lie. The creator is in nature. The creator in the river, the creator in the trees, the grass, us, the animals, the insects. The creator is in all of us because he created all of us. How is your God not in nature? That is foolishness. You get it now? Let's keep going. So all y'all purple headband wearing niggas, come see we know the truth now. I'm going to get right on y'all ass, bro. Because y'all think y'all teaching all hard and violent. Y'all ain't teaching nothing. Roll the corn. You're going to hell. Hell, we go. No, we not. You going to hell. Right? Trying to... Let's keep going. Israelite history is viewed as a direction by God. Right? This is when the God complex come in. Right? The biblical accounts, Genesis, strip the sun, moon, and stars of the divine status, reducing them to more timepieces placed in the sky by Yahweh. So when you strip the sun and the moon and the stars out of the teaching and say your God placed it there, that's when shit goes wrong. That's when you get biblical texts. Roll the corn. Now you have to switch the words, because we know Israelites got their information from Canaanites. That's a given. Now you have to switch the stars and the sun and the moon teaching to some type of God teaching. So you switch out the words. You take the Pleiades out of there. You take Cygnus out of there. You take Orion out of there. You take all of the stars. You take Aquila out of there, the eagle. You start to use symbolism for stars. Now you're putting the eagle in there. Now you're putting the swan in the Bible. The swan in the Bible, big dog, represents Cygnus. Jesus, the swan. See, you start to hear it now. It's a switcheroo of ancient astrology and nature and gave it straight to a God. It's a switcheroo. Let's keep going. Roll the corn. Canaanite culture is older than Israelite culture. Canaanites popping out around 1500. Canaanites been there since 3000 something BC and farther. So that automatically shows me y'all mixed with us. Came with a central god later, around 1200 BC. But we was already there, living in nature, way back to at least 3000. So go play with somebody else, talking about your history older and all of it. It's not. The math ain't mathing. The math is not mathing. Let's keep going. Modern scholarship reveals that early Israelite culture did not just absorb Canaanite influence, it emerged directly from indigenous Canaanite populations. It came from nature's teaching and turned into religion, like I've been teaching y'all the whole time. So a couple of our people have some kids with some outsiders. They use the outside influence of a god with the inside knowledge of the Canaanite, and they come up with the Yahweh teaching. Simple math. You take, we there before them now. We there before them. Canaanites are there before them. So when you start to mix with these people from that land, they come back with their own theology. So now the Canaanites and the Israelites are clashing on top of mounds the Canaanites built. And it's in the Bible, the tale of Armageddon. That's where Armageddon come from, the clash between good and evil. So now these gods or religious people are calling nature's people evil from that point on all throughout history. That's why Baal is the devil now. You get it? Deep culture, religious ties, right? Language. Ancient Canaanite dialects evolved directly in the Hebrew language. This is what I've been teaching y'all the whole time. The mound building culture created the Hebrew language. It goes back into Paleo, Proto-Sinaitic, and Paleo-Hebrew pictograph languages. It goes back that far to the mounds, people. So why are the Canaanites still building mounds talking Hebrew languages? All you people talking about these mound builders over here, your ancient ancestors ain't speaking these languages, you done lost your mind. You ain't even studied around the world yet. You just studying right there in Alabama. No, you got to look around the world, big dog. Everybody who built mounds spoke a dialect of this type of language. You think the mound builder was speaking Creole? Or you lost your damn mind? Bring me a French toast. You think the mound builder talking about French toast and nigga? And bring me a chimichanga? A burrito? Hell no. Our language is the first intellectual language on the face of the earth. Don't you ever mix French and Spanish with my people's language, you hunter-gatherer. Have you lost your mind? Something wrong with you up here if you're trying to teach that stupid shit. Let's keep going. Now, the mound builders knew and created this language because this language is an agriculture language. Canaanite alphabet. Right? Let's keep going. Let's keep going. The central Israelite deity Yahweh absorbed many attributes originally associated with the Canaanite storm god Baal and the high god El. The worship of other Canaanite deities such as fertility, Arjarith, the mother goddess, persisted well into the period of Israelite kings. Now, Yahweh is just a depiction of the nature goddess Baal. There go your answer right there. They are taking from nature, turning it into religion. We know the truth now. Roll the coin. Now, this out of order. This is out of order, but I got to show y'all this because it goes along with the teaching. What does this symbol mean right here? Somebody tell me. What is that symbol? Somebody tell me. Pictograph, ancient, proto, paleo languages. What does that mean? Right there. The arch. Baal. Tamari, A+. Arch of Baal. Where y'all think they found this at? Where y'all think this from right here? What is from? This was found in Lookout Mountain. Lookout Mountain on the coast of Georgia, Tennessee. Lookout Mountain, this was found right there. The Arch of Baal. Written in stone. All over the place. Ancient. Arch of Baal. Lookout Mountain, Tennessee. Show you what else was out there. See that 4? That's Rish. Bow your head to nature. Rish. See that 4 right there? See that right there? That's Rish, people. They tell you to bow your head to God, but it's really bow your head to nature. That's what they were trying to tell you. North Georgia, Tennessee, right here. Facts. Had to pull the receipts back up. He has to show people. See that 4? See it, right? Roll the coin. Let's go look it up. Let's go look it up. Roll the coin. There you go right there. Rish. See it? See that Canaanite looking 4? See that Canaanite looking 4 right there? Now in Egypt, we got the whole head. In Egypt, we got the whole head. It's the same language, people. This is hieroglyphics. This is the ancient language before that. See that 4? Roll the coin. Go back and look on the walls up there. See that 4 right there? With the circle around it? Rish. Head bowed in Rish. Head bowed in Rish. Right? Rish. Man of a head of a man. Right? Head bowed in Rish. Some type of praise or you get it? Let's go back. There go Rish. There go Baal on the wall, on the stone up there in there go Mim right there. There go Mim with the lands. There go Mim. There go a pyramid with a lift on it. A pyramid with a lift right on it. Right? You see that symbol? This the same symbol of the people that was in the Mediterranean Sea. That they call the Aeon, the A-E-O-N, right? Same people, our people. We built that shit. This is our language. Don't let these people tell you nothing else different. I'm telling you. Watch this. They go. You see a lift? You see a lift, right? Roll the coin. Let me show it to you. See that? See a lift right there? See that? Oh, okay. Y'all know what kind of language that is? Stop playing now. Be real with yourself. Stop playing. There you go right there. There you go right there. Paleo Hebrew lift right there. See it? Paleo Hebrew Tav. It wasn't no Christian cross first. It was Tav. A lift. Okay, let's go back to this. Back on the walls. Back on the walls. Right there. Same symbol. Same exact symbol in America. All right, let's go back. Same exact symbol. And where we was at? Culture. 4-room houses. Now, let's get a little deeper. The ancient Israelites and Phoenicians share a common ancestral and genetic bloodline. Why? Because the Phoenician is a Canaanite. He mixes with people from that land and they become Israelites. So they have a genetic bloodline match. Right? Canaanite population of ancient Levant, which is the Holy Land over there. Israel. All that. Shared ancestry. Phoenicians, we're Semitic people. Right? Regional Canaanite base. Land of Canaan. This is the land of Canaan over here, people. I'm telling you what I know. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Now, Phoenician language and biblical Hebrew are both members of the Canaanite language. I told y'all that our language became biblical. Now you get it? After we traveled over there and put that language over there, it became biblical. That language not even from that land. It became biblical. Directly adapted from the Phoenician alphabet. Phoenicians or Sidonians, or they are Canaanites. I told y'all on the artifacts, the Phoenicians said, we are sons of Canaan from Sidon. I got the receipts. Let's keep going. Now, around the Bronze Age, Canaan was a territory under direct control of Egyptian empires. Now look at the dates. You must start looking at the dates. 1550 BC. By that time, Egypt was all messed up. 1500 BC, we got African kings, motherfucking Arabs coming in. And see, that ain't the first, them ain't the first dynasties. Them ain't the first people. By that time, all type of wars had been fought in Egypt. So the leadership had changed, right? Because how in the hell does the first Egyptian trade with the Canaanites? And then at the end of the Egyptian empire, they enslaving them. They doing some type of control over them. Why did that happen? In the beginning, it was mass trade between Phoenicians and Egyptians because they were kinfolk. But in the end, when the other people took over Egypt, now they enslaving and controlling Levant. See, you got to know your history. Egypt don't stay the same, people. It changed. Thousands of years that went by. Egypt is down to 3500 BC. That's 2,000 years. Shit done changed. We got a hunter-gatherer at the top, mixed with some of our blood, and he doing hunter-gatherer shit. He want to kill babies and kill everybody with the Canaanite language. We got hieroglyphics now. We just switched the hieroglyphics. See, you must understand what's going on. That's why captives led these certain type of people out of Egypt and they went to Levant area. You get it? Now, let's keep going. Canaanites, predecessors of Levant, closely associated with pre-dynastic Egypt. Trade and cultural exchange rather than direct political union. Now, they was trading with each other at first because pre-dynastic is the first people on the Nile building pyramids with agriculture. They were trading with the Canaanite. They were friends, family. Canaanites used to bring copper from the Great Lakes and drop it off in Egypt to their people. It's on the walls over there. See, the records and the murals are showing you the truth, but the other people are lying about your history. The first ships, some of the first ships, the ship of Khufu is built from the same wood the Phoenician ships built from. Tamari wood. They partners, they kinfolks, they cousins. They had beautiful trade routes. They knew each other. Then over time, everybody get pushed out, and then they just trying to act like it's the same people. No, the leadership and wars and kingdoms had changed by then. That's why you got the first dynastic, pre-dynastic, second kingdom of Egypt, third kingdom of Egypt. They know it's mixing and shit is changing over there. Roll the coin. Let's keep going. Now this is the receipt I want y'all to see. The ancient Egyptians shared deep ancestral roots with Canaanites. This is what you gotta know. The first Egyptians had deep roots, bloodline roots with Canaanites. They're the same people from the same land. That's why they were trading at first. Because if they didn't know each other, they wouldn't be trading with each other. Roll the coin. DNA extracted from ancient Egyptian mummies showed that they were genetically closest to ancient Near Eastern populations, including Canaanites. Roll the coin. Same damn people. Same exact people. Now, if Canaanite is speaking Hebrew, and they got the same bloodline of the damn Egyptian, That lets you know hieroglyphics came from Proto-Sinaitic Paleo-Hebrew languages. You get it now? These are a Timeri bloodline. Some live in Tyre, Phoenicia, the shipbuilders from here. Some live on the Nile with their same bloodline from here. Just different tribes of people from here over there, still doing business on foreign land. Phoenicians got pushed out. Egyptians got pushed out because they not from there. This is when history starts to tell you that you must understand what history is telling you. Roll the coin. Hope y'all understand that. But if you're not, go check that out on my YouTube and put this on YouTube. Now, let's get a little deeper. Right? Mounds were mighty stables of old King Solomon. Also found in Stratum. Right? Something I want to show y'all on here. The ashes of these rolls, a huge stone. Inner courthouse, lord of the porch of the house. Term submitted to Royal Botanical Gardens. It was pronounced to be cedar. This is what I want to show y'all. Now, the King Solomon mounds. See, that one I want to teach you. King Solomon had mounds also, right? Built by skilled foreign masons. Foreign masons. Pronounced to be cedar wood. Cedar wood. The same type of wood that built the first ships over there. Rows of cedar beams. Inner court of the house of the house of the Lord, and for the porch of the house, cedar wood. Cedar is a prominent American wood. Y'all can stop playing with me. The holy people come from here. All that holy shit y'all talking about ain't nothing but American wood popping up. The first port of the Egyptians, American wood popping up. American corn popping up. Cedar wood in the mound, huh? The King Solomon's mound, huh? American wood. Where them people come from? Where that bloodline come from? We're not going to worry about if the names and all that. We don't care about that. Who culture is this? Our culture on their land. Now you starting to understand it a little better. Let's keep going. Rich Indian mound excavations. The Lawton Tomb in Ohio. Right? Let's go look. Roll the coin. Something I wanted to show y'all. Columbus will study their findings in the last few days in the burial place of the princess of Pearls. Ohio. Autumn season, uncommon weather conditions called. Something I want to show y'all in here. Gracie Yacht Mounds near Balmain. Archaeologists made one of the greatest finds in history. Works of ancient American mound builders until the spring, right? Let's keep going. There's something here I want to show y'all. Skeletons removed. 4 supposed princes, were removed last night from the platform on which they have been long rested on top of the mound. Right? Princes. Let's keep looking. Now, they found instruments similar to the pipes of Pan. Instruments similar to the pipes of Pan. What are the pipes of Pan, Truth? Pan pipes. Pan, the Greek god of nature and shepherds. I ain't done with that receipt. Let's stop right there. Why are we finding the oldest of everything over here And then over there, you get the God of nature with the panpipe. Let's go back. Rotocorn. Crazy work, right? The panpipe, right? Right there. Ornament. First of any records of mound builders' musical instruments have been found. The discovery of a piece of colored cloth in the mausoleum of the 4 supposed princes yesterday wrote a new chapter in the endeavors of archaeologists. For colored cloth woven into drone has never before been found in the mounds. Besides the finding of the cloth, imprints of a canopy of fabric were found on the ceiling. The intact piece of fabric, right, was found under a copper plate beneath the skull of one of the skeletons. It bore circular designs done in colors of tan, green, black, and white, it appeared. When exposed, the warm fabric began to crumble, right? Now, tan, green, black, and white in a mound with cloth made, ancient cloth made, right? Ancient cloth. Sumerian fabrics, right? What they got? Sheep, white, tan, and black. And then the rare was green for the elite people. Right? Green, yellow, and blue for the elite people. But Sumerians had white, tan, and black and green ancient cloths. Where y'all think they got this shit from? Over here, because they ancestor mound builders. Wasn't nobody dyeing no clothes but us back then. That's why they call us indigo, Indians. Because we dyed shit with blue and purple and yellow dye. Roll the corn. So these ancient people got dye on their clothes in the Middle East. And ain't nobody over there ever done it before. This is a Timeri culture. You see it in the mounds over here. Just gotta search the mounds, right? Let's go back. They talk about the dye. Now, quartz of pearls. Let's go to that part. That part get deep. Quartz of pearls. Now this one get deep. Watch this. The pearls, the fabric of pearls. Sizes yesterday, pearls all in the fabric, right? Pearls all in the fabric. Roll the corn. Pearls all in the fabric, huh? Hold on. Sumerians heavily value pearls, a mother of pearl, incorporating them into elaborate jewelry, crowns, and garment accessories. Pearls were rarely stitched directly into everyday fabric because the threads would decay over time. Wealthy Sumerians fastened them to their clothing using gold wire, clasps, or stitch bead work. Let's go back to the mound. Same shit. Same thing, people. Same exact thing. Where they receipt at? Hold on. Pearl receipt. Pearl skeleton remove. Right here. As you see, it was found that they had laying on a piece of small pearls, all of them pierced as if they had been strung or woven. You see it? You see it right there? Strung or woven. Pearls strung or woven together, woven onto clothing. American gods, huh? Ain't no pearls over there. Let's keep going. Not no 5,000 BC. Now let's keep going. Now we found the pearls. Fragments of tortoise shells in the mounds, etched with the figure of birds, highly burnished, were uncovered with the bodies. The figure of a swan cut from tortoise shell was found. What does the figure of the swan represent? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. What does the figure of the swan represent? Sickness. The sickness. The afterlife teaching. You start to see a connection? Start to see what's there? Egypt is aligned with sickness, people. The mounds are aligned with sickness, people. The mound builders got turtle shells cut into a swan for sickness. Fire. Can't make this up. Once you learn the truth, it all go together. It go together like a puzzle. It goes together like a puzzle. Let's keep going. Now, a necklace of tusk, some was the largest ever found in Ohio, was unearthed. No weapons buried with the dead, curator. Said to be the absence of weapons in the tomb and another evidence that the mound builders were a peaceable people, more devoted to art than other ancient races. We was devoted to art and nature, people. Not all that killing and foolishness. Right? Copper nose found on the skull. Now this when it get deep. Where we at? Quartz. Where we at? Okay, we right here. Right here. Okay. Now builders resembling the dead. Happy nose without a nose. There was a person of high rank. Is further indicated by war as he lay in the state. For protruding from his skull were found 2 copper rods, more than a foot long, around which his hair had been coiled. What are the 2 copper rods, people? What are the 2 copper rods? Put it in the chat. What's the 2 copper rods? What's 2 copper rods? Huh? The royal cubit. It's exactly what it is. The royal cubit is the 2 copper rods. Right? Now let's go to Egypt. Shout out to my boy L-I-N-Y. They go to 2 copper rods right there. The royal building tools right there in the front of the Egyptian. Roll the coin. There go your 2 copper rods right there in front of the Egyptian. It's the same people. Same people. This is what you build with. Now let's go back. Shout out to L-I-N-Y for their receipt from the Met Museum. You start to understand what these things mean, right? Let's go back. Where we was at? Let me see. Where we was at? Copper rods. 2 copper rods, more than a foot long. Right? Skull found 2 copper rods more than a foot long with his hair around it. Right? Mounds, at least 2,000 years old. They older than that, but they ain't gonna tell you that. Now, roll the coin. The royal cubit is indeed over a foot long. The 2 copper rods he had, right, were over a foot long. More than a foot long. Copper rods are more than a foot long. Damn. Come on, talk. Hold on, let's go back. More than a foot long. See that? Roll the coin. Now, copper royal cubit is over a foot long. 20 inches, 52.2, 100 by 4 centimeters, over 52 centimeters. Nipper cubit. The rods were made of wood. Nipper cubit. 4,700-year-old cubit rod found in Mesopotamia. See that? That's our culture, people. That motherfucker 52 centimeters long. That's how you get 520 on these ancient mounds and buildings. That's how you get, that's the royal mathematics. What's the mathematics? That's the mathematics. Like the New York niggas say, what's the mathematics, God? That's the mathematics, God. You want the real mathematics? That's why they say that. What's the mathematics, God? Let's keep going. Now, roll the coin. The first mound was open and found enclosed in red oak coffin, hewed out of a solid log. The coffin made out of a solid log, people. Right? Let me plug this up. Hold on. Now I'm finna get deep. Watch this. Evidently hewed out of a solid log, 8 feet long, with the inscription similar to our old-fashioned grubbing holes, or a carpenter's adze in not very good order. A carpenter's adze, a grubbing hole. Carpenter's adze, buried in a mound with a mound builder. What the hell is an adze? And a grubbing. Let me show you what it is. That is Zion. Zion, such as an adze. Agricultural mattock. We got people over here buried with ancient plows that come from Paleo-Hebrew. Stop playing with us, bro. These people know what this stuff is. We got to learn what it is. They know what it is. An ancient adze, a grubbing hoe, a damn Zion plow. Don't say the true word. An agricultural mattock buried in mounds over here with our people. And there you go right there. Right there. Roll the coin. 3 inches in diameter, occupied, led by deposited upon the breast of the corpse. It was species of woven fabric, just like them other people. So fragile that when it hit the air, it just crumbled. It's so old, people. The coffin had been laid on the longitudinal beams of timber over where lay 6 ties, cross ties 6 and 8 inches apart, right? Buried under a heap of stone under the mound. Mound and heap of stone on top of the mound. But he buried with an adze. That is Zion. All day, every day. That's why the Egyptian has the 2 Zion plows in his hand. Now, why is the mound builder got the same plow the Egyptian used on top of his chest in his burial? Then you see it in Egypt and it's African. You hunter-gatherer. No. You're not going to tell me that. No, that's not their culture. We over here in mound buried with the plow. Then you see the Egyptian buried with the plow later and swearing down this African knowledge. Y'all some lying motherfuckers. Because if that's not our history, we wouldn't be over here buried with no plows and no tomb under a mound and stone. Stop. Just stop, bro. All y'all got to rearrange y'all story now without this lying about Egypt, bro. With them copper-colored people with these plows. That's our people. Fighting against Africans and Arabs and Middle Eastern motherfuckers. In the beginning. Just go ahead and tell the truth. We know your whole career you've been saying they African, but you need to start changing this shit. Because it don't make no sense, bro. People from the desert do not, ain't no way they are, ain't no way. They are the agriculture people. Ain't no way. Hold on, let me see. Adzi, Zayin Adzi. Semitic scripts. Same stuff. Agriculture. There you go. Let's keep going. Now this is from Newark, Ohio. Right? Newark, Ohio. And then, hold on, let me go back. Let me go back. Something I want to show y'all on here, but let's keep going. Let's keep going. It ain't really nothing. Let's keep going. Now, DeSoto, early Indians, selling at the place built a curious temple of stone and wood with a wide stone bench around it, right? Making a small mound. This mound and the surrounding villages became a dead town, which is buried later in the sand, right? So they're talking about he pulled up on some type of Cherokee Indians, right? Cherokee Indians still living about his mound up there in Carolina. It's still there today. The town is called Guasila, Guasili, where DeSoto visited Cherokee Indians. Guasila. Let me show y'all what it said. Nicowassee Mound is the Guasila, Franklin, North Carolina. Right in the heart of downtown, situated beside a gas station. Right in the heart of downtown, situated right beside a gas station. The most ancient mounds in the world, just right there beside a damn gas station. We ride by it every day. We don't know the history of it. We got to start looking for this stuff. Also, Franklin, North Carolina is the gemstone of the world. People don't know that. People, you got to know where you at over here. Franklin is the gemstone of the world, not Africa. Fuck all that. Africa got all the minerals. They're for stupid niggas. We got the biggest sapphires and emeralds popping off in Carolina in the world, Craig. Stop thinking South Africa got all the... No. Gemstone of the world in the Carolinas. Not South Africa. They lied to you. I always talking about Africa. It's melanated people live in Franklin. Franklin right now live right around the corner from the biggest mine in the world. And they've been there the whole time. They didn't come from no Africa. None of it. They've been there. They got mounds around there. Nicowassee mounds sit right there about a damn mine. Right up the street. Melanated people all over that area. They from there. Roll the corn. These people came over here and took the land from God's people. Nature's people, not them niggas over there. Y'all are nature's and God's people. You get what I've been doing all this teaching, but you must understand what I'm trying to tell you. That bloodline they speak of come from this land. We got on boats and took our blood over there. And we got attacked by every hunter-gatherer that saw us living in harmony with nature. And it became the greatest story ever told. Do you get it? The original bloodline come from here. It went around the world on the ship and traveled by foot in ancient times, but it come from here. So who it mixed with, whoever we touch, we made great. Our bloodline still in them African cities right now. Still in them European cities right now. Still on the islands right now. That's what you got to understand. Nicowassee Mound. DeSoto went through their huge mound. People still living on top of the mound. DeSoto visited it. There you go right there. Probably unalive everybody down up through there. Southwest North Carolina. And the Indians were putting sand on top of the mound, trying to preserve the mound of ancient ancestors. Putting sand on top of it. Let's keep going. These are the places you need to go see right here, y'all. Nikwasi is Guasila. All right. Nikwasi, right? Translates to star place. A place where the mound aligned with stars, people. Nikwasi is the site of a Cherokee town. Right on the Little Tennessee River, Franklin, North Carolina. They called it the star place because the mounds aligned with the equinoxes and solstices right there in Nikwasi mounds from the ancient culture, the ancient ancestors, and they knew that. Let's keep going. That's fire. The mounds in the surrounding village became dead town, buried later in sand. Another Indian group used the mounds as a core for a greater, taller mound with temples erected on top. And in the mound, they entered 6 bodies, possibly religious sacrifices, they say. DeSoto, it is believed, may have viewed this mound when it was topped with temples reached by stairs and logs. He saw the original mound. That's what they trying to tell you. Let's keep going. Prehistoric mound builders or aborigines erected mounds here have defied the decay of ages. The mound stands 50 feet high and covers more than an acre of ground, situated on the north banks of the Tennessee River just outside the city of Florence. Small trees and dense shrubberies cover the whole area. The mound was proved at almost as much interest as the government project to thousands who have visited the district town authorities. This is what they're talking about. Florence County, Florence Mound and Museum. This our stuff, people. This is not no Native American mound. Know how I know? Florence County mounds. Let's go look. Florence Indian mound, Florence, Alabama, or land with the celestial setting of what? When I see that mound aligned with sickness, y'all hunter-gatherers can get the fuck off our land. I ain't got to show you no genealogy. I ain't got to do none of those shit. I ain't got to do all that. I'm beyond that. When I see mounds aligned with sickness, the government owns it. They pull some miraculous things out of there. Because them the same type of bloodline that built the pyramids of Egypt. Florence, Alabama, same spot, my baby. Florence, Alabama, museum and same spot. Same spot. There you go right there. Florence, same spot. City of Florence, mounds. They charging $5 to get in and shit. Look, what they charging to get in? See what I'm saying? Making money off our ancient spots. Mississippian culture, Florence Indian mounds. Making money off all our ancient spots. Yes. It's $10 to get in. Here go your brochure. Our people snatched out the ground right there. Facts. Let's keep going. South Bend, Indiana. 8 skeletons. One of them clad in copper armor. Rare war weapons. Bits of personal adornment have been found in a mysterious mound in Grove Volsberg's farm near Walkerton. Right? Let's keep going. Volsberg, 70, a farmer, desired to know the secret of the mound. Right? The 8 skeletons lay in a circular formation arranged like the spokes of a wheel, with skulls together. Copper breastplates, bands, and other bits of armor adorned skeletons of one man who had apparently been a giant structure. Embedded in his skull was a beautiful chipped flint arrowhead. The soft earth of the mound revealed other treasures. 3 pounds of ore believed to be either silver or white gold lie within the bones. There are corroded copper bands and antiquities here believed were used to bind war clubs, right? Black stone and other carved with a replica of a fantastic monster were found. A fantastic monster was found. That's the Piazza. You know what they talking about, the Piazza. The monster with the tail, and which became the Griffin. It became the Griffin over time. It became all this other stuff. That's the monster they speak of. The man with the wings and the tail, and it became that over time. That's what they talking about. The belief that ones are not those of Indians, but belong to ancient and little-known race of mound builders, right? Great size of the bones and the fact of skull formations are not those of Native American types. The skulls are not those of Native American types. That's what they trying to tell you. Native Americans did not build that mound. And them people knew it. Let's keep going. Great Serpent Mound. Some people have fancied that the mounds were put up by a race of quite different from the Indians. The mounds were built by people different from the Native Americans, right? It's the old world culture. Old records have proved that the Indian mound builder was seen by explorers in several parts of the continent. De Soto discovered that the Creek and Chickasaw Indians were in the custom of building what? Mounds. This is powerful. I want to show y'all this. The Creek and the Chickasaw and the Choctaw tribes, all of them go together, were in the custom of building mounds to cover their dead. Now, before you was culturally assimilated, your ancestor built mounds. That's why I always told y'all that when my great-grandmama took me to her graveyard, where her mom and dad and them was, it was a mound out there. Common sense told me, oh, y'all used to own this land, grandmama? Yes. We owned all of it till taxes took it. That's our mound? Yes. Them your ancient ancestors before tombstone was ever built. Then tombstones came. Now we bury them in tombstone right next to the mound. Now, now we getting somewhere. Now y'all starting to learn what's going on. So now, when y'all go to them ancient burials of your people, start looking around that area. See who used to own that land. Start looking for mounds in that area. The graveyard might be on top of a mound, people. See, they try to teach you that it ain't got nothing to do with your history. That's a lie. It's a lie. Them them real Choctaws, them real Creeks, them real Chickasaws built mounds to cover their dead. So now, if my great-grandma take me to the graveyard, there's a mound right there, and then we got graves going way back to the 15 to 1600s, going up the field with the mound in the background. This is showing me my ancient land. All the way back to the mound building culture, before a tombstone was ever written on. See, now you start to see your real history. Now your spirituality raises because you start to see where you come from. You start to understand your history more. You know where to go and connect to. All that old, we from Africa, dumbass. No, that ain't got nothing to do with me, bro. I got 200 and some people on this same land in the 1870s. So if I got 200 family members on my grandmama land in the 1870s, how the fuck we from Africa? Y'all must snatched up a whole village with a net and dropped all of them off in the middle of nowhere, Mississippi. You can't lie to me, bro. I ain't on here speculating and arguing with people. I know the fucking truth. I done dug it out. I done went out there and touched the truth. I done seen the truth. My people, my ancestors told me the truth. I'm talking the truth. This ain't no speculation of who I think I am. That's for people that ain't done they real, they don't know what the hell they looking for. I know exactly what I'm looking for. Because if my people got hundreds of acres of tobacco fields right there where that graveyard is, and my grandma used to own all of it, that means we cultivated that field for a long time. This ain't no new crops out here. These ancient crops out here. Why you think they calling you children of the corn and tobacco, your grandma chewing tobacco and all? Why you think they calling you that? Your people got ancient agriculture fields. That ain't no fucking plantation or no slave owner. That's an ancient agriculture field. It's your ancient land you are standing on. Them people ain't got nothing to do with your culture. They just intertwined with it, was already here. Got us dumbed down thinking some slave masters made us grow cotton and corn. Nigga, we were growing cotton found in the mound 3,000-4,000 years ago. Don't be no dummy, bro. Don't let them people tell you, just some country nigga growing cotton. Don't let them people tell you that old stupid. Cotton is your culture. Corn is your culture. Greens and cornbread and fried catfish is your motherfucking culture. You don't know that? Growing and drying tobacco and chewing it is your culture. Ain't no African got no tobacco food. Your grandmama is chewing tobacco because she come from that culture. Tobacco was created over here by the mound builders, just like corn was created over here by your ancient ancestors. Why do you think we use tobacco for rituals? We got tobacco pipes older than Africa. In the mounds. What y'all think going on? Your people created agriculture things. Corn, cotton, all that was grown by the ancient culture over here. But you think your grandma just chewing tobacco because it's good, huh? Nah, big dog. Your grandma chewing that tobacco because that's her culture. And ain't no other culture in the world got tobacco but us. That's what separates us from everybody else. Ain't no tobacco in Africa. Ain't none in Europe. Ain't none in the Middle East. It's over here. Why do you find Egyptians with the same tobacco the mound builders smoked in their goddamn system? Nicotiana rustica, the strongest tobacco on the face of the earth, found in Ramses and other pharaohs. Their bloodline are from here. They're connected to here, people. They're connected to here. If they weren't connected to here, they wouldn't know nothing about it. If somebody's selling dope across the world, we don't know nothing about it. Because we're not connected to people selling dope. But if we connected to the people selling dope, we know where to go get the dope. The Egyptians already knew where to get the dope from, where to get the tobacco from, the cocaine from. They plugged. It's all the same people. You just can't walk in the hood and be like, let me get a zip. You the police. You got to know somebody. See, you got to know. See, we got to start thinking with some motherfucking sense. You just ain't popping up. You know how rare tobacco is in Africa in BC times? Do you know how rare corn and tobacco is on the Nile River? It ain't from there, people. If that shit costs $1,000 a gram. What y'all talking about? You talking about some czar? Boy, you better not touch that tobacco. That shit come from the ancestors across the ocean. You touch that tobacco, boy, your ass finna get hung out here. You smoke that tobacco, boy, that thing so rare and so it don't even come from over here. The plug bought that. So now you got to look at it like that. Everybody ain't walking around eating corn and tobacco. The elite people start to do it because they were connected over time. Now, in the beginning, we all had it, but it started to get rare and rare and rare as the people left. That's why the pharaohs were full of cocaine and tobacco. Even chocolate. Them motherfuckers had chocolate. Ain't no chocolate from no Nile River. Pharaoh full of chocolate and tobacco and cocaine. And you steady thinking them ain't your people. Okay. Keep on playing with yourself, bro. Roll the coin. I'm talking 5,000 years ago. We bought that shit over there on ships from here. If they were Africans, they would have never knew about those crops. Don't that make common sense? If they were Africans, they would have never knew about American crops. It's just that simple. I done seen Africans come to America and cry after seeing a fruit tree. They never seen a tree growing oranges in Florida on their land. They start crying real tears. They never saw this shit. This shit is amazing. And you think in 3000 BC, everybody just eating fucking Hershey's chocolate and smoking cigarettes. Get your ass out of here. It don't work like that. We talking about ancient times. You better be plugged to get that thing over there. ain't no little niggas get plugged. Nah. You little 3-5 miles, nah. Y'all not plugged. These folk big dog plugged. You smoking American tobacco on the Nile, you a big dog. you got cocaine on the Nile, you a big dog. You the man, you divine. You got to be divine. Everybody ain't got that. Come on now, stick with me. We can't trick ourselves no more. Untrick your mind and look at the truth. All American woods from the ships that brought them people over there. Thoth is sickness. The same sickness the mound builders are lying on the ground, Thoth is a representation of sickness, the wisdom of sickness. So now, Thoth is telling you the wisdom of sickness that we put a ship under Giza that brought us here with the knowledge of agriculture, building, and astrology. Billy Carson tell you it's a spaceship. Truth now tell you it's a real ship built out of cedar wood from America. Now, which one you gonna believe? Which one make more sense? Which one is more realistic? Which one goes with the culture and not no made up shit from hunter-gatherers? Huh? I know it make more sense. The Khufu ship is made of cedar right up on the goddamn pyramid, just like the knowledge of Thoth told you. We bring our records of our people and history and divine knowledge with us to this land. That's what Thoth would try to tell you, the wisdom of sickness. Thoth ain't nothing but sickness, people. The sickness alignment. That's why he's the guardian of the afterlife. Come on now, put this shit together. Stop playing. We gotta get on top of this. Same way they taught that old fake ass American history, we got to learn this history. Roll the coin. We got to learn this history. Let's keep going. The mound builders, the ancestors of the tribes in the region where the mound stood. The mound builders, the ancestors of the tribes found in the regions where the mound stood. So if true now, people buried on the mound right there, who my damn ancestors is? My people buried right there with the mound. What the fuck you want me to do? Claim Nigeria? You want me to claim Nigeria and my grandmama took me to the mound are the ancestors of the people the tribe in that region. The tribe in that region is Shatta, Shakla. Shakla is Shatta. Shakla in Paleo Hebrew is agriculture people. Agra. So we are Paleo Hebrew agra people. Farmers. Connected to nature. So now, that makes us a whole nother thing. Now this shit go way deeper than just Shatta. Now it starting to make sense. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Now they got customs, right? Villages near mounds. Roll the corn. Knowledge of ways of the life of the mound builder. The knowledge of the ways of the life of the mound builder became religion as we traveled the world. That's what you must learn. Let's keep going. Hold on. Believe the bones are not those of Indians. Bones are not Native American bones. That's what they're talking about right there. Got that one. Let's go here. Now, what eventually was disclosed was a magnificent monumental mound built with lava blocks. Right? The Buddhist mound, like I showed y'all earlier in the teaching, right? 520 feet, Buddhist mounds. 520 feet Buddhist mounds. 520 feet Stonehenge of Levant. See that? 520 feet the temple in India. 520 feet ancient earthworks. The Egyptian royal cubit, 300 royal cubits is the 552, same stuff. Just a little 522 feet. Egypt. Poverty Point, earthworks, the Bird Mound. The Bird Mound, how big is it? Truth, 520 feet across. You get it? Ottawa Mounds, 520 feet. You get it? Roll the corn. The Kofun Mounds in in China, 520 feet. Right. Same stuff. Same thing now. The key-shaped hole, roll the corn. We know the truth now. Now, treasures, Indian mound excavations. Okmulgee River around Macon. Okmulgee River around Macon. Oh, let me cut that off. Hold on. Okmulgee River around Macon. Right? Smithsonian Institution. Circular built mound, Macon, agrees to the most covered ceremonial house of the hothouse of the Creeks. The ancestors of the Creeks built them mounds. Creeks still there in Macon, Georgia. Now, how do I take this shit off? Come on, y'all. Roll the corn. Hold on. I ain't trying to glow up out here like that. Let's go back to here. Okay. Let's go back here. Okay. Now, ancient mounds on the Ocmulgee River around Macon, Georgia. These are the ancestors of the Gullah Geechee. Yes. Mound builders on the Ocmulgee River. Not Africans. Ocmulgee River. Ogeechee and Ocmulgee River are the rivers the so-called Gullah Geechee are from. That's why you name them Gullah Geechee after the Ogeechee River. They call it Ocmulgee, but it's really Ocmulgee. A-C-H, Mulgee. ACH is Hebrew. They changed the name to Ocmulgee. It's Ocmulgee, right? Ancestors of the Creeks and the Gullah Geechee, same type of stuff. Let's keep going. In the center of another Macon mound was found the bones of an Indian. Evidently had been a man of importance. The flesh had been removed from the bones, right? Arranged in anatomical order and wrapped, right? Stuff so old people. They had been laid in a log tomb in the head of the west. Head facing the west, people. Head facing the west, just like Egypt. First section of the mound was built a mortuary place for the individual. Towards the bottom of the mound was found a burial site containing 3 places of worked copper. 2 of them embossed lines that indented as a solar symbol. Copper embossed lines as if indented as solar symbols. They knew astrology, people. Worked copper with solar symbols on them. In the middle of Macon, Georgia. Ancient. Smithsonian got it today. Some of y'all live in these areas right now still. Let's keep going. Now, this is the one I showed y'all earlier about the mighty mounds of Nineveh. Nineveh had corn tablets in the Middle East. And they got an ancient library of Nineveh that they took. But these people were growing corn. And they called them gods because they were teaching people how to grow agriculture. Our people. Those library of Nineveh, right there, got our history in it. As we went to that land, I promise you. I bet you can't find it right now. I bet you can't find it. Watch this. Let's see if we find the Royal Library of Nineveh. Because it's some vital information in this stuff. Vital information. Let's go see. It says the Royal Library of Nineveh, established by Syrian king, the oldest known organized library in history. It contains over 30,000 cuneiform clay tablets from literature, science, medicine, agriculture, teachings, and the Epic of Gilgamesh came from that library, right? But where the fuck is it? The majority of the recovered tablets are housed at the British Museum. But not a lot of them are on display. A couple of them are on display, not a lot of them. Let me see if I find some pictures of it. Let's go see. Roll the corn. Let's pull this up. Now, this is how it kind of looked. They got a piece of it in the museum, over there in the museum. Let me show you. Right here. Right here. Now, this little tablet right here, I saw this before. Right here. It got the astronomical alignments on it. Right there. I seen that one before. But a lot of these, the decipherment The first library contains all knowledge. See that? These from mound builders. Now that's growing corn, people. Don't forget that. These are from mound builders who are growing corn in Nineveh. These just ain't no regular people. These people come from here. They are growing corn. They got the first library on that side of the world. Right? Let me see. Royal Libraries of Nineveh. And then I already showed y'all about this receipt right here. Right? The snake and the two people, right? The snake represents the people that know divine knowledge, and the two people represent people, so-called just humans, right? Right? Let me show you. Hidden knowledge between humans and divine beings. The serpent people are those who do not, it reflects serpent people and those who do not know their knowledge. So this was found in the mounds over there. These are the people that do not know the knowledge. The serpent represents knowledge and wisdom of the divine. So they tried to call this the Adam and Eve story. But this is where you really get this from. And whoever went in the live earlier, I'm explaining this. The serpent people are the knowledgeable divine people. These people here don't know nothing. Right? So it's like the serpent people running these people out of there, out of the garden. Because the garden was made by the serpent people. But in biblical terms, they want to teach you the Adam and Eve. But really, they already say they just made them in the garden. They didn't even say Adam and Eve built the garden. They just say they just was there, right? So they turned this type of teaching into biblical stuff, right? The serpent, evil, talks to these other people, but the serpent people represents our people, melanated people. I'm telling you what I know, right? Sumerian and Mesopotamian mythology, snakes symbolizes fertility, rebirth, underworld deities, right? Now they're talking about that thing. It says the sorrowful posture of the figures thought to represent the grief of humanity facing harsh and natural elements, flooding, and agricultural hardship. Those people had no agricultural knowledge, so they had agricultural hardship. That's what separated us, right? This is an old artifact from the mounds over there. And they called it the Adam and Eve, right? The world's oldest city, which is a lie. Because they're talking about the Middle East. Not the world's oldest city. The world's oldest city is over here. So this was in the newspaper too. Now, these dice, last receipt, y'all. These dice found in mounds over there, right? Prehistoric 6,000-year-old, before even a king could write his name, Assyria must known about the Garden of Eden, Adam and Eve, and the serpent. See, that story don't come from biblical times. See how old that story is? See how old that story is? That story way before biblical times. When the snake ran off these hunter-gatherers out of the garden. Now, dice. Right? Dice. Ancient Mesopotamia. Dice was found in ancient Poverty Point too. Y'all know that, right? On the Mississippi River. Roll the coin. I'm gonna show them to you. Don't think Truth now ain't gonna show you the prehistoric dice now. Now, we got dice in Mesopotamia. Now them look pretty good. Them look pretty good right there. Them ain't no super duper. They old, but they just They shaped it a little better. Now look at our dice. It's the same culture, people. It's the same damn culture. I'm telling y'all, bro. Look at that. Found in Poverty Point, I think. Let me see. Poverty Point, yeah, right there. Shooting dice on the Mississippi River. Ancient times. Then, y'all pop out. You the same damn people, bro. Then you pop out with the dice in Mesopotamia. And say them the world's oldest dice. The mounds on the Mississippi River 10,000 years old, big dog. They're way older than 6. Now it says, made on a little clay tablet shows a bearded figure with the female figure apparently supporting him. The pair followed by a serpent, identified by his triangular head. It is Adam and Eve and the deceitful snake. The posture of the pair indicates that they are bowed down by realization of the curse which accompanies their ejection from Eden. Now, what do you think that really means? You got to be able to decipher this stuff now. Now, what does that really mean? Let me show you. You see the dice from Mississippi? The dice older than the ones in same people. Same people. One just traveled to that land, still was shooting dice. Still 10 and 4, still 6 and 8 for corn. Put 2 cobs of corn up, big dog. Come on. Come on. 7. Give me all the motherfucking corn. We been gambling. What y'all think going on? We created games. They found ancient baseballs made with corn husk and bats carved out of trees. We created baseball on the mound, nigga. Where you think this shit come from? We created shooting dice, playing cards. We've been playing spades. This shit ain't new to us. This is our culture. We've been doing Olympic games, racing each other and out swimming each other. We created all this shit. We the one flipping over cows, flipping over bulls in the rodeo. They ain't no Mexican shit. We done that shit in Greece, all down the Mississippi River, running and flipping over bulls and shit. All right. I don't even want, I'll show you the artifact. But what I'm finna say, let me go back and show y'all this. Roll the corn. We created all this shit, triathlon and man, that's all our shit. All that old Greek Colosseum shit, that shit that started fighting later. We were doing Olympic type stuff way before that. I'm telling you what I know. We created baseball. That's why your grandma loved baseball so much. My great grandma loved baseball. They been playing this shit way before the MLB. We created it. Now, when you see the snake represents nature and the cosmos. Nature and astrology, knowledge, universal symbol for rebirth, immortality, regeneration, right? The close connection to the earth made them potent emblems of fertility, the harvest, primal earthly wisdom. So when you see stuff like this, let me get a better picture of this so y'all can see it. Right there. When you see the snake behind another type of people, The snake represents the old world people with the knowledge of the harvest, the knowledge of agriculture and cosmos and astrology. When you see these naked people, they talking about a newer being to the planet. The ancient culture mixing with the newer beings of the planet who are naked and don't know astrology and agriculture. You get it? This became the Adam and Eve story with the snake Nahal, Nachas. Melanated wisdom people against these other people who are new to the planet, who don't have the information and the wisdom we have. So once the new people find out their real history, they turn the snake people evil. You get it? That's all I got for y'all today. That's $1 million worth of teaching right there. That's $1 million live right there. So their history starts when they run across nature's people. And they start to write the books on their side of the world. But our history starts way over here, because the snake history goes all the way back to the Mississippi River. Pre-everything. Roll the corn. I love y'all and I'm in love with you. I love you and I'm in love with you. If y'all want to get the real Indian, We Know the Truth Now t-shirts, hit me in the DM, place your order. Place your order right now. Let me put the picture up. Place your order right now. The real Indian, We Know the Truth Now. Black, white, and red. I'm going to do some brown ones too. So they come in black, white, red, and brown. Hoodies and t-shirts. Hit me in the DM. 108,000 likes. Hope y'all learned something. Love you. I'm in love with you, man. Appreciate the support. And we're going to keep trying to break down this knowledge every day, man, until we get to the bottom of all this, because we have to go by learning our history and the reality in reality. All that old astroplane and rub in the bowl, that shit cool, but where my ancestors at? What they do? What they build in real life? What are they trying to teach us to make us back divine today? I can't learn that with no fairy tale story from a hunter-gatherer book. I must learn it from my people. My people are the teachers. People on that wall, people in that mound, people made them artifacts out of all these beautiful stones, copper and gold. That's what I need to be learning from. I can't learn from no book the white boy rewrote 70 years ago. I can't do that. That's he don't know enough. He didn't learn it from the ancestors, right? So that's what I'm on, bro. I'm just trying to put the truth in the history. Take the mythology out, put the truth in, and plug it in with some real shit instead of all this made up alien, reptilian, bowl rubbing, dolphin, I need 42 wives type teaching. I ain't with none of this shit. I ain't with none of this shit. Y'all keep this shit over there, bro. I'm not with teaching the United Kingdom can save my Tamari ass. I ain't with this shit. United Kingdom can't save us, y'all. You can go over there and get some paperwork from the United Kingdom that say your ass own 1 million acres, and what they gonna do? Nothing. That ain't what I'm pushing. Right? I'm pushing divine knowledge from the ancestors. Once we understand it again, it's gonna lead us to what we need to do to the hunter-gatherers. It's gonna lead us back to what we need to do to the hunter-gatherers. Right? So we're not in no rush. Everybody in a rush. I'm not in a rush. Why I'm not in a rush? Because we're so far behind, people. It's coming in my lifetime. And that's good enough for me, but we so far behind, we got to catch up here. We got to, you know, we took on the colonizers' ways and we forgot. So we catching up. This the fastest I ever seen us catch up. We're catching up. See what I'm saying? Love y'all, I'm in love with you, man. Y'all holler at me for the t-shirts in my DM. The Real Indian, We Know the Truth Now t-shirts. But we catching up. We getting back. I feel it. I feel it every day. I feel it. No government entities, no paperwork ain't finna save us, y'all. No. Shit don't work like that. I don't give a damn if you the president. You not. You have other interests better than my interests to lead you. You see what I'm saying? And I ain't trying to be funny. But you have other interests involved instead of the interests of your people. You got to go sit in there with all them people who ancestors took all your people land and make deals with them all day. Nah, I ain't got time for that. I ain't trying to run for no governor or mayor. That ain't what I'm trying to do. I'm not political. Fuck politics. I don't care nothing about none of this shit. Roll the coin. So, we got to stop looking for somebody to save us that's connected to all this other stuff. It ain't going to happen, people. They have other interests, other people to make happy. Right? If they do too much for you, the people over them gonna get on their ass. And I know that. So, what I think got to be done, got to be all independent of our people. Why do I want to join the people who got rid of my ancestors' land and sit in there and talk laws with them? Nah. I ain't copping out like that. People be asking me to run for shit all the time. No. Run for what? Alderman? Nah, hell. Fuck is an alderman? Get this shit out here. I'm not running for nothing. Roll the coin. I get out here by myself and help people. I ain't got my ass. That is not my coach. Anything that ain't got nothing to do with my coach, I ain't fucking with it, bro. Just this simple. My culture did not have a president and a governor and a mayor and a goddamn senator. Nah. That shit started happening in Rome and Babylon. And that shit started happening later on in history. Ancient culture? Nah. Everybody in tune with nature, that's the end of it. Somebody who knew more about nature taught you a lot of stuff, but they didn't control you. They didn't have no, you know, it wasn't like that. So I'm staying to what I know that worked for us back then. All that new shit for the birds. All that for the birds. So if I got to sit there and literally get my own land and redo it, everything on my own, that's what I got to do, bro. Because I must go about it the right way, with respect to my people in it. If I just join up with all these other people, I'm just like the rest of these niggas. Right? People want to go argue with Billy. People want to argue with Billy Carson. I don't. They want stripes. See, some people want stripes for being intertwined with other people. I don't get stripes like that. If I hear, I don't care if you a millionaire. If I hear some dumb shit, it's still dumb. I don't care who you are. If I hear something that lets me know you're not intellectually where you think you are, the respect gone anyway. I don't care how much money you got. When Billy say the Sphinx face is shaped like Tahuti, Toph, nah, bro. Representation of Virgo. So when you say stuff like that, I don't want to talk to you no way. Like, I don't want to have no high level conversations. I don't care nothing about this shit. Now, there's a couple of people I do like I want to talk to. Like, I go talk to Top Cat, Dane Calloway, Rod Hayes, people like that. I'm cool with them. But all that other stuff, all that old Israelite, African, Muslim type of people, I don't even want to talk to y'all, bro. I don't want to talk to y'all. Y'all not my culture. I don't know. It's a lot of different podcast stuff I don't know nothing about because I don't watch all of it. But it got to be an open-minded type of thing where it's not like a debate. I'm not here to debate nobody. After I know what I know from what my people showed me, I ain't got time to debate you. I know what I know. I put my hands on it. I've been there. I see the ancient culture going all the way back before hunter-gatherers even thought about even coming to this land. So I ain't got nothing. I'm not there to debate now. We talking. Somebody try to learn something from a standpoint of a different teaching. I'm cool with it, but I'm not here to debate. I always told y'all I wasn't here to debate. I just use my receipts as my backup. That's all I can do. And anybody else using their receipts, the receipt better be older and it better be plain because all these new receipts not going to be able to tell me nothing. I'm showing you something from 3000 BC. You showing me something from 1972. Nah, bro. Deal with people. Nah, bro. Nah, hell no, fool. It don't hold no weight. Right? Like I say, the only thing they can teach me is ancestral teachings. So when I aim to learn, I aim from ancestral teachings. I'm not trying to get it from no master teacher. The master teacher on the wall. This the master teacher. Let me show you a master. Here go a master teacher right here. This is a master teacher. Yeah. See what I'm saying? Let me show you some master teachers. These master teachers right here. See, this is what I'm trying to learn from. These master teachers. Fuck all that Dr. York, all that old, nah. Let me show you some master teachers. Roll the call. Let me show you some master teachers, because y'all tripping. Let me show you some real master teachers, because folks acting like they don't understand what the hell going on. This is who you learn from right here. You learn from these bones coming out of these mounds with the big old cross. You learn from these people. This is who you learn from. Roll the corn. These ancient melanated people bones, right? Gettysburg, Black by Nose group. You learn from these people. You learn from these ancient mound builders and pyramid and temple builders. This is who you learn from. You learn from these people. See that? This is who you learn from. These my master teachers right here. I ain't got no master teacher. I learned this stuff from artifacts, right? Ain't no master teacher. Only master teacher I seen in the flesh and blood was my great-grandma. Only one I ever seen in the flesh and blood was my great-grandma. Right? Because I know she got love for me to tell me what she know. Another man can just tell me anything. You just tell me everybody blue from Avatar and I'm supposed to go for this shit? No. She got love for me, therefore she gonna lead me in a true, virtuous way. So she ain't got no reason to lie to me or try to get no followers or try to get no goddamn your page. Nah, she ain't got to do none of that. she ain't got nothing to, So she teaches me the basics and I just go from there. Then I go back into the ancestors and learn what she told me because ancestors passed her down knowledge. She was born in 1909. Her mama and them was born in 1870. Her great mama and them were born, see what I'm saying? 1880s, I mean. Her great-great-grandmama and them born back in the 1860s. So this stuff is going back into the 1800s, going back on the same agriculture field with the same teaching. They passing it down and down and down and down. Right? So, them all people I can learn from, bro. I'm sorry. So you give me the guideline and I go research it that way, and then now it just come a certain type of way. Love y'all, and I'm in love with you, man. Holler at me for the t-shirts. I'm taking orders. Y'all hop in the DM, man. But we gotta learn from artifacts. That's the only way we can learn something. Artifacts. People can tell us anything, but do the artifacts back up what they saying, right? That's what we on. Love y'all. I'm in love with you. Roll the coin. Y'all have a great day. Real Indian t-shirts out. Hit me up in the DM for your order, bro. Red, white, brown, and red, white, black, brown. T-shirts and hoodies. We know the truth now.